Do you fancy a sit in a cuppa with me? I've got coffee. I love this coffee. I get the coffee beans from the Zero Waste shop down the road. It's called Girl Crush. And I think it's quite locally roasted, and it's an all-female company. It's funny, isn't it? You say, oh, it's an all-female company and it is to be celebrated. But imagine saying it's an all-male company. That would be really frowned upon, wouldn't it? It's funny how times are changing. I'm getting stared at by Bunny. She wants to go out for a you-know-what. But I want to have my coffee. This morning, I've been up and at it. I've sorted out, put Wilfred back in the old bedroom, his old bedroom, which is now the tiny little single spare room. Made his room back into a guest room because I've got my friend, did I tell you this yesterday? I've got my friend Turnip coming. Turnip and I used to live next door to each other when she was newly married and I was just finishing off university. We've just been friends ever since. She's got 3 kids and I'm their godparent. So she's bringing her youngest today because tomorrow, I'm sure I've told you this, Izzy has an interview at Bath University. Oh, I so hope that she decides to go there. I would just love it knowing that she was within spitting distance. It would be heaven. Yes, I've got the room ready for them, and then tomorrow we'll all be going to Bath, but taking separate cars because Bath is en route to them getting home. And then Granny and Papa are arriving, and they're staying the weekend. Not sure when they're going home. If Ted's feeling better, he'll be back to school on Sunday night because he's got feeding duties next week. If he's not feeling better, then he'll have to stay home and Granny and Papa will have to go home because I will need their bed for James and Rachel, who are arriving. James is like my brother from another mother, Toby's best mate, and Kate, lovely Kate, our Kate, who passed away 5 years ago at Christmas, was James's wife. So that's the connection there. And then they're leaving on Monday. I've got quite a full week next week. I can't remember. There's all sorts going on. My mum's coming next week. She was supposed to be coming today, but she's got a cold and feels grim, so she's tucked up at home. And it's a shame, really, that she's not coming today because she doesn't get to see she doesn't see the kids very often, and Ted's home, so she'd have seen him, and he's grown so much. I'd loved for her to have seen what a giant he is. What else? What else was I going to say? And I've finished her beret, woven in all the ends, and I've reblocked it again on a slightly larger plate. Let's have a look at this. Let's see if I can put this on. Some of you said that I suited the red beret. I know I look all right in red because I used to wear red as a uniform when I was cabin crew for Virgin Atlantic, and a lot of people would say to me, "You look good in red, Gaynor." And I'm just a pickle. If enough people tell me I'm great, I believe it. Mind you, if one person tells me I'm horrible, that wipes out everybody else's opinion, including my own. Isn't that awful? We're all like it though, aren't we? Let's see if we can get the screenshot. The thumbnail. Let's just block out all that mess there. Hang on. I feel like a Burke. One of these will be a thumbnail. I really, really rate this pattern. I love it. It takes up hardly any yarn, and I just love this I-cord. Oh, I didn't, is that, there must be a way of stitching together the I-cord without it looking messy, but at least you know which way the back is. I just really like it. I did this one exactly the same as my one, which was completely to pattern. I'm gonna sneeze. That will be the thumbnail, which is completely to pattern until here, and here you're supposed to put in 9 rows, which would bring it down to about here, and I only put 5 in. And that seems to work well for my head. So I got that done for my mum arriving today, but she's not coming. I'm just looking for the rest of her present. What have I done with that? Oh, it's up there. Yeah, it's a shame. Never mind. The rest of my knitting, I've been focusing on my Clarendon test knit, but oh, bunny. The size that I'm doing, I think, has been tested now because I'm very slow. However, sorry if there's loads and loads of cuts in this, but I'm drinking my coffee and you don't want to hear me swallowing. However, I was chatting to Amy, we talk pretty often, and I said, I'm really extremely slow at knitting this pattern, which despite looking really complicated is actually really simple, and you can definitely read your knitting. It's not at all hard. You just, after a little while, you've got it memorized. But I'm quite slow at this row here where you increase 1 stitch into 5. For some reason, I'm just like a duck with a spade. Oh, and I'm also cutting every now and again because I'm hiccuping stroke burping because of my coffee. And the dogs are barking. You've got yourself trapped now, haven't you, Bunny? You're trapped. Jump over there. Go on then. Jump over there. You've done that before. Go on. Jump over there. Not through there. Ah. Ooh, she nearly took my yarn with her. Yeah, I said to Amy, I'm so slow at this, but I absolutely love it. I can't get enough. So I suggested that I do the entire jumper like this. Oh, you jump over it going back, Bun. I suggested that I do the entire jumper like this and the arm, and would she mind, or would that derail the test knit? And I said, I think I've got enough yarn, and she said, go for it, 100%, go for it. It's always good for people to see variations of the pattern. So I had a little chat with her about the numbers, because of when you divide for the sleeves, you cast on a certain number under the arm, and then you pick up a certain number under the arm so that you can continue knitting the sleeve. So I said, I'll have to do some maths because I don't think the pattern would work. And she came straight back and said, cast on this many, and that'll keep the pattern straight. So I'm just going to keep going round and round and round. But because it is, for me, it's a slow knit, I think at the moment I'm going to start to intersperse it with my, I don't know, some other project, some other mindless easy project. So I can do a pattern repeat and then a bit of mindless, and then a pattern repeat and then a bit of mindless. And I think that I'll have it done in a couple of weeks, and I cannot wait to wear it. I don't know, I haven't stretched it out yet. I don't know how it's going to fit, whether it, because my gauge swatches, they never translate into the actual garments, but I'm hoping that it's going to fit me with not too much positive ease, but I definitely don't want negative ease. I would like it to be very fitted but not form hugging. Does that make sense? Did you hear my tummy? Might have to cut that bit out as well. Right, I want to show you a gift I've been sent. There's a lady that is a chum of the podcast, of my channel, and she's lovely, leaves me lots of comments, and yeah, she's sweet. It's a really lovely person to interact with, and she said a few times now, I want to send you something. Most of the time I'll say, honestly, please don't, you do not need to send me anything as a thank you for making these videos, because you just watching it is thanks enough. But she was like, oh, I really, really want to send you something. And I said, oh, go on then. She works for this lovely company. Now, she's not sent it to get a shout out. I don't even know. I'll ask her if I'm allowed to put her name on the screen. She's not sent this as a shout out. She's not sent this as a shout out for the company that she works for. But I want to show you this. Now, this is a gift to me with no strings attached. This is not an ad. It is not sponsorship or anything like that. It's just this is a public service announcement, because if you've got people to buy a gift for, and you've got your mind in an ecological, what's the words I'm after? If you've got a bit of a, if you want to think about the environment, this is a really good gift to send through the post. So the company is Cozy Cottage Soap. Look how it's packaged. White chocolate bar. Cozy Cottage Soap Company peppermint lip balm. I really like peppermint lip balm in the car, because when you're driving and you get sleepy, you want to crank up the aircon, get it nice and cold, your lips dry out then, and the peppermint wakes you up. Geranium uplifting soap, natural and additive free, made in Yorkshire. I can't smell it. I could smell it earlier. I hope I haven't got COVID. Wax melts. This one is a Christingle flavour. Well, that is a worry, because I could smell all this earlier on and now I can't. And I've got people coming. I'm going to have to go and do a Rona test. And then, geranium, lavender and tea tree deodorant. Brilliant. Summer months are coming, and armpits and leg pits get sweaty and whiffy, don't they? And I find this really good, this sort of deodorant, really good for whiffy armpits and leg pits. And I've got a friend who gets sweaty bra band pits, you know, where you get under your bust. She gets sweaty there. Oh, enjoy. Thank you for keeping us entertained. Much love, Sharon. So it's cozycottagesoap.co.uk. And like I said, there's absolutely no agreement between myself and Sharon or this company to tell you about it. I've just told you about it because I really like it. So if any of you guys there are my real life friends who I buy presents for, though most of us have agreed to not buy each other presents, just to spend time together, you might be getting a present like that through the post from me. Finish my coffee. That's it till tomorrow now. No more coffee for me. Let me just sit and take a moment and think about if there was anything else I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, the Facebook lady about the bread machine didn't get back to me, and I chased her up and she's blanked me. And there's no others available locally, so I've put in the bullet and I've bought the newer version of my old one. I've got to say, I ran into my mate in the supermarket when I was picking it up, and she said, I got that one, mine's not working very well. So we were talking about that, and she sent me a picture this morning of this very unappealing loaf, and she just said, this isn't right, is it? I was, mate, no, that is not right. So I'm really hoping that, this will sound awful, I'm hoping that hers has got a problem. I'm hoping that it's not that they've remodeled it and done a bad job. But I don't have enough flour at the moment, even though I was in the shop yesterday. I thought I had loads, but I don't, to put a loaf on and test it. And the recipe book isn't as good. It's not as well laid out. It's very confusing. If this was my very first bread machine, I think the instruction manual would make me want to just package it all back up and send it back to the shop. It's not easy to follow. See, I think what they've done as well is they've tried to put a sourdough recipe in there, and that just, it's not real sourdough because you make it with a pinch of yeast. I'm still going to try it though, of course. And I'll keep my old recipe book because I think that I can use, it's not so different. The basic white uses a little bit more yeast and a little bit more water than my old recipe. So it's not that much different. I'm going to have a jolly good tidy up in this room because the house is a mess. We've got sofas on their side, footrests plonked on top of them. So it's just all, you know what it's like when you're emptying one room and every other room gets trashed. I've got shelves to come down, pictures to put in different places, and I've got all sorts of bits and pieces to do, and it's just everywhere. So I think I'm going to make this room an absolute haven. Somewhere nice to just come and sit and be with Turnip and Izzy later on. I better get on with that then, haven't I? They'll be here fairly soon. So there may or may not be any more footage now, but I'll try to take some tomorrow when I go to Bath. But he's just settling down. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hello. You're so cute.
Where is it?
Just there.
Oh, it's so cute. Can I get it back?
Yeah.
Like, lift it. Oh no, have I got its head or eyes?
Just pick her up any old way.
Hello, look at her legs. You're so cute.
Oh, it's like a miniature rug. Look.
It's really
Oh,
cute.
she's so sweet.
Hello. Oh, how long have you had? Oh, September.
September.
So look at all the legs are back to the.
Have you seen that she's got holes in her